Now we will look into some practical issues regarding information systems. So what is important if we deploy, so to say, information systems? If we look into today's enterprises or organization, institutes, whatever, then we see that information systems are quite an important part, because they sometimes define the strategy, they sometimes are essentially required to reach the goal, and therewith the enterprises, organizations, depend heavily on these information systems. The whole business sometimes depends on an information system. And therewith, on the one hand, it's crucial to quickly, properly implement the information system, but also to know what is important if you deploy an information system and what can be reached by using an information system. So mainly there are 6 strategic business objectives which can be reached, and we will look into some details, some examples also, what these business objectives might be. The first one, operational excellence. This means that you are profitable, that you serve your customers in an efficient way. Second point, new products. New products means that something is made different than before, different than the competitor. Third point, customer and supplier coupling. This is quite important, such that you don't lose the customer. Improved decision making means that you have structures inside in your company to make decisions which rely on the reality, on your real environment in your business, on your real status of the company. Fifth thing, you have to be somehow in an advantage position among your competitors. And last, the basic survival could be important for the company. If there's a lot of competitors and a lot of competition among many companies, then the information system is quite important. So first, the operational excellence. What does it mean? It means that you work efficient, that you work profitable, that you don't lose too much money. And with an information system, you can record all relevant data from your company, from your employees, from your business processes, from your material purchase processes, whatever. You could also record information from outside the company, from the market, from the customers, things which are important for your business. One example for the operational excellence could be in a consignment stock. Consignment stock means that there is a certain supplier and retailer connection, for example, and the retailer has the concept that he doesn't buy goods and then puts them into the stock. Rather, he sets up a consignment stock. So that means that the supplier manages the stock level of the retailer. The supplier monitors the stock level. The monitoring of the stock level comes back as an information to the supplier. And if the stock level is below a certain threshold, then the supplier delivers the product into the consignment stock, and there is the stock level is increased again. So what is the advantage in this case? For the retailer, he doesn't have to take care about the stock level, the purchase process. He just tells the supplier that the supplier should monitor and manage the stock level. So the supplier is responsible for a proper stock level actually. And there is for the retailer, the products are always available, either for the internal production process or for the customers directly buying from the retailer. And this is an issue for the operational excellence, because the retailer then doesn't have to take care about the stock level, the purchase process. So he frees itself from some processes, and the retailer there can concentrate on its core business processes. The retailer is freed from business processes which are not directly contributing to his business model. And when you think of an information system supporting this consignment stock, then of course you could say there's some paper flowing around. Somebody monitors the stock level, then sends a note to the supplier. But actually, it's much more efficient if you deploy sensors, if you deploy electronics into the stock for monitoring, then some electronic communication capabilities for the communication of the information, and finally the product has to be delivered in the real world, of course, and there is no electronification, so to say, in this process. But for the core of the consignment stock, you need quite a well-adapted information system, which is able to perform for such a consignment stock. Then new products, new services, and new business models might be possible for the enterprise. New business model, what does it mean? Actually, there was a time when there were many logistics companies delivering ice cubes into households. It was usual to use ice cubes to cool your critical food products, meat, for example, or vegetables. And it was a huge effort to distribute these ice cubes. You had to physically distribute the ice cubes. It was in the beginning of the 20th century when there still were ice cubes distributed. And then there came a time when the refrigerator was invented, and the refrigerator introduced a totally new business model. The ice cubes were not needed anymore. It was not required to distribute ice cubes anymore. And the companies specialized on these logistics issues, distributing the ice cubes, just were not needed anymore. So the business model of distributing ice cubes to households totally disappeared. It was only important to produce a refrigerator and to provide the refrigerator with electric energy, of course, for the households. So there is a totally new business model was set up by the refrigerator companies. And the same might happen with information systems, and the same happened already with information systems. If you look into the business world, information systems enabled new business models. Information systems were the foundation for building up new companies with essentially totally new business models. So let's look at example one. Example one is Netflix. Maybe you know Netflix. Netflix distributes videos electronically, and Netflix actually relies essentially on an information system where the customers are registered, an information system where the videos for the delivery are saved. And this is the core backbone, so to say, of the Netflix company. The business model is new, especially compared to companies where you could rent videos. You do not need to rent the video anymore. You do not need to go somewhere and to look for a video and then renting the video. You just look into the internet in the information system of Netflix. You choose your video you want to watch, and then you get it delivered immediately by the information system of Netflix. And this is a totally new business model, actually. The video streaming was not applied before. And it's only possible with an appropriate information system at Netflix. It's then also possible to monitor the user behavior of the video on demand users. And of course, you would then adapt the offer, the videos in your portfolio to the customer needs. A new business model at Netflix only possible with an information system. Second example, Dropbox. You probably know Dropbox. It's an online storage functionality they provide, and you can easily register for the service. You have quite a good amount of storage you get for free, and of course there's some upgrade possible, some upgrade you need to pay for if you want to use more storage. And again, at Dropbox, you see that there is a new business model. The storage is online in this case, not offline. You don't buy a hard disk or anything like that. You just connect to the internet. That's one part of the information system, this connection. And you just register at the service, and you get a certain amount of storage assigned to your account. And within the information system, the customer data, of course, are administered, and it is monitored how many gigabyte, how many megabyte you use, and if there is this threshold reached or not. And if there are sometimes special actions where you can recommend people to Dropbox, and then you get a bonus for these special recommendations. So again, in example 2, Dropbox, it's possible only if you have an information system which is heavily adapted to this new business model. Without having an information system, especially an electronic information system, it's not possible to set up a company like Dropbox.